My name is Dimeji Falano. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Edverse Nigeria Limited. I appreciate the opportunity to share with you on the topic of artificial intelligence in education. Within 20 minutes or 22 minutes, I will share about 9 slides with you. And then at the end of the day, we'll be able to grab 1 or 2 things. And if you have any question, I'll be happy to take your question. I've been a software engineer for about 13 years, and I've been an entrepreneur at the same time. My first degree is computer science and second degree is in MBA. So I will share my screen at some point, and sometimes I can take it down so that you can see my face very well. So I like 1 or 2 people to just give me a thumb up from the audience if you are ready for me this afternoon. Just give me a thumb up if you are ready for me this afternoon. Thank you very much. Wow, I love this audience. Thank you very much. Can I say God bless you? Yes, God bless you. I mean it. Thank you. So I'll share my screen and then I'll flip through some of the things I've prepared here for us to discuss this afternoon. And just let me go live. Let me just present. Just again, for the last time this moment, another thumb up if you can see my screen. Another thumb up if you can see my screen now. Can you see my screen? Everybody? Oh, nobody's responding. Maybe my audio is... Oh, thank you for that. So I can just go straight ahead then. Let me just... Okay, thank you very much. So artificial intelligence in education, and then the first thing I'd like us to know is that artificial intelligence, robotics, humanoids, AI, so many products in artificial intelligence, category of technology will be at the level of human intelligence by 2029. And that means by around 2045, the number of robots and software that will be using AI will have been at the number of human beings on Earth. Maybe by that time will be 10 billion, and there will be about 10 billion robots and software that can actually act like human beings. So what is artificial intelligence? I like to make it simple. We all use phones. We use tablets, we use PC. It's like making those phones and tablets to work like human being, leveraging a similar intelligence that human being has, reasoning, seeing, and so many things, and then giving that capability to your phone and your device. That's just what AI is all about. And then the similarity is about the fact that inside the AI, artificial intelligence, the software, the devices, they have their own mind. They have a mind of their own called algorithm. So the algorithm is about step-by-step solution to a problem in computer science. And that is how the artificial intelligence is similar to human being. And it started around 1950, thereabout. And then it started very, very, not perfect, but now it's really, really up there and really, really doing well. So let me move on. I would like to bring it down to the context of human being, looking at the artificial intelligence from human being context. The first thing I have here is that human being can see, AI can see, and that is what we call computer vision and image processing. So when you create a robot should be able to see and then be able to identify an image and say, okay, this is Bola, this is Taye, this is a car, this is a bicycle. And under computer science, if you want to make a note, that is done only through symbolic learning. I have just a very short time. That's why I want to really make it really quick and just straight to point. And then the second one I have here is that human being can move around and AI can also move around. And that is, human robotics and self-driving cars. I'm sure we all know self-driving cars. We now have vehicles that they can drive you from VI to Ikoyi without you touching the steering, and they know the way, they know the routes. They just go in the traffic and then they won't collide with any other person, and then they can drive. So they have their own mind and they're able to recognize every symbol on the way, even though they might not be able to know portal at some cases, but they have the mind on their own and they can self-drive. Then the fourth one is that human being can speak and hear, and that is advanced humanoid, through something we call speech recognition and natural language processing. Robotics like Sophia, built in Hong Kong, can talk to you, can relate with you, you can ask questions, and then Sophia can respond back to you. You can go on internet, everybody carry internet these days, so you can just Google what I'm talking about to confirm everything. If you put Sophia in Hong Kong, you will see this image I have here, and you will be able to see how Sophia has been interacting, and it's been living since they created it. That is the last one is human being have brains, and then the AI also have brains. Like I said, AI is making machine to have their own mind of the mind of their own. When you talk to people and say it's like you get your own mind, you get mind of your own. That is what AI is all about. So human being have brains, and then in AI we call it machine learning for memorization, reasoning capabilities, and that is powered by neural networks. Neural network is equal to how some of these computers are created to interconnect and reason together, all the parts of the body, which it might not even be computer in that case. It might just be like a smartphone that will act in this way. But AI is not new, and I'm sure a lot of people will agree with me this afternoon that AI is not new. It started long ago. It has come and gone every year, every 10 years. There's always been an improvement. But if you have used Google this morning, maybe when you are coming here, you just Google the address, Landmark Event Center, and then your app just directs you, and then you're able to get you've used AI today. If you have gone on the internet to look for anything on Google, you've used AI, because Google has an AI machine that is helping you to get a result when you search anything on Google. So it's not new. So been using AI, and that was launched in 2015, even though they've not made a big noise about it, but the power behind it is rank brain algorithm. That is the mind they give to it. So the mind inside AI is called algorithm. So the mind they give to the Google search is called rank brain algorithm. So you can Google it and read. I'm sure we are I'm in the midst of educators, so you will be able to do further research from what I'm talking about. So in 2019 in Headverse, we actually used rank brain algorithm to support lesson note creation. And even during the lockdown, we're able to use rank brain algorithm to generate content through two-way SMS gateway. And we're able to help some students to get access to education during the school lockdown in the rural area. So AI is not new, and it's been around us all this while. But why are we talking about it? So the reason why we're talking about it is the adoption is low. Before COVID-19 lockdown, only 4% of education has been digitized. That is using computer to do anything, not even AI. Before COVID-19 lockdown globally, only 4% of education has been digitized. And I'm sure you know the reason, because in most schools, we still do pen and paper. We still do a lot of manual work and here and there. And that actually kept that spending to be less than 4% on digital. Other 90-something percent are always on salary, building structures, buying textbook, buying school bus, and so many things. But when it comes to computer adoption or software, it is less than 4% globally. And now in Africa, global usage of AI in education, Africa only contributes to 1%. So it means we are just behind every other person. You can see North America, you can see Asia Pacific, you can see Europe. We're only doing 1% of the total usage. And that is why we are discussing it this afternoon, because we need to see how artificial intelligence can help us to get more results faster, more accuracy, and more preferred learning outcome for students by defining some of these objectives we want to meet in education, and getting AI to actually help us out. So going forward, why AI? AI is no longer a nice to use. There's always you say something is a Panadol because it is solving headache. There's another thing you call vitamin because it's just adding some supplement to the body. So AI is no longer like vitamin. It's becoming a Panadol because it's saving life. In 2018, I will tell you a story of a guy that drove recklessly in Massachusetts, Boston, and he had an accident. And in his hand, he was using Apple Watch. I'm sure we all know Apple Watch. Apple Watch has been built on AI. So when the guy had an accident and nobody was there to help the guy, the artificial intelligence on the Apple Watch was able to read the impulse of the guy and discover that the guy, was just not the pulse was going down. It's supposed to be around 70 within a minute or something, but the pulse of the guy was going down, and the AI when the Apple Watch noticed that my owner's pulse was going on, and from there the device triggered an SOS call, called 999, and then the call rang, and then sent the AI in the Apple Watch sent the signal of, okay, the owner of this watch is having trouble on this so location. The pulse is going down. Please send help. And ambulance. They saw the information, and then they went straight to the location where the watch has been. Where the watch is with the guy, right there in the car. And then that was how they were able to save the guy, because nobody was there to actually help. So AI is no longer a nice to have. In fact, if you are someone that's of faith of Christianity, after Holy Spirit, I think AI is the next, because it can always be there for you to support you in many ways. It depends on how you make use of this thing. So now in education, we have challenges in education, out of school children, learning crisis, learning equity. We have an issue with evidence of learning when students go to school and they are not learning. And we need to leverage the power of AI to be able to do more. In administration, the ability to analyze student data, to know where they are, and then to be able to to personalize what they need for them, create the right objective for students. AI is able to give you some of this insight as an administrator. And when it comes to learning, on Headverse, we have a particular session where you can actually get some of this input from AI into your lesson plan, and then it can actually guide you on how you can deliver this. So AI can support you with content. There are so many of them. I will mention them, I think second to the last slide, where you can actually see some of this AI that you can even start using right now, even before you leave this hall, for free. And then the last one is a support for policies. We need to leverage AI to be able to improve policy, in a community. If students are strong in a particular subject, and then we can create policy to support them. If people live in Niger Delta area or northern part of the country, you can use AI to generate content on what are people supposed to be learning in this part of the world, so that when they get out of school, they can support their parents, and then they can create a fortune for themselves. AI can help us with all this data, and then we can actually have a better school running, personalized for the future in the society. So the examples of AI we have, there are quite a number of examples. Like a very large number of examples of AI that we have. But the one that I believe can really be, can help us like right away. We have some of these products that are using AI as secondary providers or primary providers. So the primary providers are like GPT, which is from OpenAI, or Bard AI from Google. So GPT is common, and I'm sure some people in this hall might have started using GPT. There's another one called Bard, which is built on rank brain algorithm I mentioned the other time. These two products have capability of exchanging conversation with you. All you just need to do is to know how to ask the right question. You can say, please give me examples of taxation in so part of the world, and then the system will respond back to you, and then you can copy that into your lesson note. You can use it to teach your students. So you can actually do a lot by asking that question. What you need to go on Google to search, those machines will actually give it to you in form of charts, and then you're able to copy them and use them for your work. And then there's another company, Headverse, which I'm the CEO of the company. So we are like a secondary user of AI. So inside our system, we've integrated with GPT, and when teachers are creating lesson notes, they can actually get suggestions of content that they can use in their lesson notes, and they can decide to add it directly without necessarily going outside of Headverse. So, and quite a number of things we've done like that. So for the teachers, for administrators, for students and parents, there are quite a number of AI machines that are put here that you can even Google now. Because of our time, I won't go into detail of or each of them one by one, but I will advise if the organizers can actually send this slide to everybody, especially this particular slide, so that everybody can take a look at it and you can start leveraging this all these opportunities. So, but to get the benefit of AI, we need to really be sure of what we want to achieve. We can't just say, oh, they asked us to use AI and I'm going out to use AI. No, it is not that way. It is supposed to be that there is a need that you want to meet, and then you look for the AI software driven or hardware that can help you to meet that need. There's a saying that defining the problem is often more important than solving it, because without a clear understanding of the problem, any solution will be relevant, but you still miss the road at the end of the day. They will still create problem if you don't actually have the right problem you want a particular software or device to solve for you. Then the second one is ability to ask the right question. I mean, there are quite a number of seminars I've received on how to ask questions. This is the world when you need to know how to ask questions. Honestly, this is not the world that you just greet people and then you say hello, nice to meet you, and then you walk away. No, you should be able to prepare to ask questions. And for you to use cheap GPT or bad or any of this system I mentioned, you need to be able to know how to craft your question. You can say, okay, give me three chemicals that I can combine with acid that will give me this in so temperature, in so weather. That's for a chemistry teacher. You can ask different questions, but you just need to make sure that you create the right context so that the AI can understand how to make the response robust and then rigorous. You can't just go there and say hydrocarbon, bam. What AI will tell you is just everything about hydrocarbon. But can you say all those ethyl acetate, alkanine, give me the structure of just to make sure that you are asking the right question. If you don't ask the right question, you won't get the right answer. And being naive is like walking through forest without a compass. There's a saying that you cannot use the old map of the world to navigate today's world, because map, you may stumble on something wonderful, but you are more likely going to get lost if you are not asking the right question. Some people will use AI and get results. Some will not get results because of two things: context, defining the problem, and being able to ask the right question. And that's all for me for today. I'd like to know if there's any question so that I can respond. That's why I try to keep it simple and keep it straightforward. I will so much appreciate if somebody can just ask one question or two, then I will respond, and that will make a day for me if I can get somebody to ask questions. Thank you very much for listening. Okay, thank you. Somebody is trying to ask question in the room. Ojo Samuel. Thank you. You can go on. Ojo Samuel, please go on. Okay, maybe Compare can help us. Do you have anybody in the house with questions?
Is AI an app?
Okay, is AI an app? Yes, I mean, you can build an app that will be using AI, that will be having its own mind of its own. You can have a device that is using AI. So we can't say that AI is app or app is AI, no. But you can build an app that is not using AI. But you can build an app that is using AI. I don't know if I've been able to throw more light into that. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, not every app use AI, and there are some apps that actually use AI, but it depends on what the innovators want to achieve and the kind of solution they want the app to create. Yeah. Thank you for the question. Any other question? I think I'm done for today. Any other question from the audience? Hello? I think Compare should help us. Do we have anybody in the house or? Hello? Okay, someone is asking question about the difference between here and cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is more or less like securing your house online, securing your property online. It's like you hire a vigilante to secure your house. That is about cybersecurity. AI is about creating intelligence to actually do more work. So even if you have AI, you can need security. It's like if you buy a laptop and keep it in your house, you need security to guide it. Just like the way if you have AI machine online, you need cybersecurity to guide it. So cybersecurity is more or less like you have properties and you don't want people to steal it, and then you hire vigilante to guide it for you. But AI is about getting the system to have a mind of its own to help you to do more work effectively. Thank you. Any other question? I can't hear anybody from the room. I mean the audience from the room. I don't know if Compare is talking or maybe yeah. Hello?
Okay, my question is
Okay, I think there are quite a number of questions, but let me wait a little. Okay, someone is asking a question of how can we use AI to solve problem in the generation. This question isn't clear, honestly. Um, I need to know what exactly this question is all about. In the generation, are you saying generally that how can we use AI to solve problem? The sample that I gave, GPT is a chat application that you can use to chat with AI to get response. For instance, it's just because of our time. I would have just loved to share my screen and show you something, but uh, I want to know if I can just share my screen uh, to just show you something on how some of these things work. I have here the GPT accounts that I use, so I can say, please give me a brief intro on animal cell. So when I push it, it's going to generate content for me just within seconds. And instead of going on Google trying to figure out different links, when you go on the Google search or Bing, it will take you to different links and you have to figure out what you need. But this one is just giving me like a summary. I said, just give me a brief on animal cell, and you can see I have the content here already. And that's how to get information through GPT. So you can open GPT, is free, and you can use BAT at the same time. Yeah, that's a way to solve problem. If you need anything for your lesson note, you can actually use GPT to do that, to prepare your lesson note, to do anything you want to do. Okay, so I think yeah, I think we can call it a day then.